called Death Valley since the late 50s. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Cyclones will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Second down.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Fires to the middle. That's a big tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch, called for and made. Leaves it with the running back. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Back to pass, it's Hendricks. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give him any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it right down the middle. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not. Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this?
All kinds of running room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back goes in motion. The pull and throw off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out and back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here.
He unleashes a long one. Fires into traffic. And it's picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Listen, you're trying to create a spark. I get it. I want to run these every so often, and I practice these in practice. If I got to practice them, I'm going to use them and try to take a shot. It didn't work, but I do like the play call on the offense.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the 1st quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the win.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Hendricks. It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. The give to the single back.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Past the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
That's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him, chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there and get the sack.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Looking for a man. It's Hendricks. He's got his man.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. And it's no good. And here in the 2nd quarter, this field goal leaves us tied, guys. Out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah,
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Offense set on first down. They go to the ground. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Hendricks. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the slot receiver's running the in route there, and he does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense right over the middle of the field.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. On the move. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Looking for a productive play on first down. This quarterback part of their running game.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Able to pick up a couple on that last one. It's 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Direct snap. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now at the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about...
And they will score! Touchdown LSU!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. Trailed a little bit in the 1st half. Stayed calm. This passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the 2nd half.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Nebraska. We'll keep you up to speed if anything changes in this contested top 5 matchup, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. If I got to score and every possession matters so much, what does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking downfield, it's Hendricks. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. First down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Cyclones come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking to throw on second down. Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa State sending the offense back out. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's got the back in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Yeah, and these halfbacks, man, they're wide receivers now. They do so much work in practice now with the wide receiver group, and you can see it there. Sells like he's going outside, sticks his foot in the ground, angles to the middle of the field. Quarterback finds him for the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, give on the inside. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. It's Hendricks. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got his man quickly. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard and he picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it.
Fires and picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Hendricks. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. A jet sweep pass. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Hendricks. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They'll wrestle it down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone, run out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting running. They were physical, and they were able to force them out.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Quickly complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Cyclone! And that one will put him up in the second half. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. No shot at a return. It's out in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on first down. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
Iowa State 21, LSU 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Using the quick game. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing it. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Makes his connection. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A first down run in the red zone. He steps and powers and works his way, and they finally get him down at the 2.
He's down second and goal.
Defense going all in to stop the run. Snap it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I like the running back's fish. He sees the hole, explodes through, and he knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Hendricks. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Fuller. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets open down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Give to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. He hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. They go to the draw. Touchdown, Iowa State. They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes to
Pass on the way out. It's picked off.
When you're down late in the game and you got to make plays, it's really tough not to force the football. You can tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Bunch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened.